Good morning children, I am Sarita. Now I am going to teach you connective tissue. Connective tissue means a group of tissues which perform the functions such as binding, supporting and packing of different parts or different organs of the body. And these connective tissues are embedded in a medium, and that medium is called matrix. So the connective tissues are embedded in a medium, and that medium may be fluid or a rigid substance, and that medium is known as matrix. Let's see which are the connective tissues. The major connective tissues are blood, bones and cartilages, tendons and ligaments, areolar tissue and adipose tissue. These are the connective tissues. Let's see one by one in detail. First we can see blood. Blood, it is a fluid connective tissue. It is fluid in nature. It is a fluid connective tissue. Fluid connective tissue. And this blood, as a connective tissue, it must be embedded in a medium or matrix. So this blood embedded in the matrix called the plasma. So embedded in the matrix called plasma. Plasma is also a component of blood that you know. This is the liquid part of the blood. So plasma provides liquid nature to the blood. And other components, the major components of blood are plasma, it is a major component, then RBC, then WBC and platelets. These are the major components of blood. So here this plasma provides liquid nature to the blood and RBC provide a red color to the blood due to the presence of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is there, so they can provide red color to the blood, and WBC act as a soldier of the body. That means that provide immunity. They provide immunity to the body, so they are called soldiers of the body. And platelets helps to clot the blood. If there is any injury, bleeding must be there. So this platelets help to clot blood. So these are the major components of blood. I will show you the blood components: RBC, WBC and platelets. Here in your textbook you can see different types of WBCs, such as I show you the WBCs: neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, then lymphocytes, etc. So these are the types of WBCs. You can see the structure of these types of WBC in your textbook. You can go through the textbook there. And next we can see the second connective tissue, that is bonds. So bonds, it is a connective tissue. It is very strong, inelastic, or we can say non-flexible connective tissue. So strong, non-flexible, inelastic connective tissue. And these bonds form the framework of the body, or skeleton of the body. Okay. And these bonds are also embedded in a matrix, which is made up of calcium and phosphorus. Calcium and phosphorus. Okay, so all the connective tissues are embedded in a medium or matrix. Here, the bonds are embedded in the matrix, and that matrix is made up of calcium and phosphorus. That's why they are very strong and non-flexible. And that form the framework or skeleton of our body. So clear about bonds? Next we can see cartilages. So here cartilages are made of very elastic, flexible connective tissue. So cartilages are made of very soft, inelastic, flexible connective tissue. And that also provides a framework to our body. We can see the cartilages in the ear region, nose region, etc. I will show you the structure. Here, there's also embedded in a matrix, but the matrix made of protein and sugar. Protein and sugar. Calcium is absent. That's why it is very soft. Okay. So, these are the cartilages. You can see. You can fold your ear lobe due to the presence of cartilage because it is elastic or flexible connective tissue. So, widely spaced cells are there, and the matrix also elastic. Okay. So, these are cartilages. Is it clear about cartilages? Next, we can see tendons. So, tendons, it's another type of connective tissue. It is made of thick, white, fibrous tissue. Okay. And it is made up of thick, fibrous connective tissue. Here, I will show you the tendons. These tendons connect muscle to bone. So, the muscle is attached with the bone, or we can say the bones are attached with the muscles by tendons. Okay, and here we can write that sentence: connect muscle to bone, or we can say bone to muscle. Okay, and we can say this is made of inelastic cells. And next we can see ligaments. Ligaments are made of yellow fibrous tissue. Yellow fibrous tissue. And these ligaments connect bone to bone. So bone-to-bone connections are there in our body, and that bone-to-bone connections are accomplished by this ligament. And I will show you the ligament. So the bone-to-bone connections are by ligament. You can see in lower limbs and upper limbs also there are some connections here. So the ligaments are there in between two bones. And next we can see the next connective tissue, that is areolar tissue. Areolar tissue connects skin to muscle. Okay. So it connects skin to muscle. Actually this is loose connective tissue. The cells are loosely packed. So it is called a loose connective tissue. And this areolar tissue connects skin to muscle, and also it connects the nerves, blood vessels, etc. with the body parts. Okay. So nerves, blood vessels, etc. with the other body parts. Connects nerves, blood vessels, etc. with the other body part. That is the function of areolar tissue. I will show you areolar tissue. Then adipose tissue I will teach you. Okay. next we can see adipose tissue. Adipose tissue, it is also a type of connective tissue, and these are specialized to store fats. Specialized tissue to store fat. So, the extra fats in our body are stored under the skin, and it is characterized as the fat droplets under the skin. So, due to the presence of these fat droplets, the skin, it act as a shock absorber. I will show you. So, here the fat droplets are here. So, due to the presence of this droplets, fat droplets, it acts as this connective tissue or adipose tissue acts as a shock absorber. Okay. So, here also little matrix are there. So, this is a adipose tissue. Hope you understood everything about the types of connective tissue. That's all for today. Thank you.